back to Outrageously Related.
Let's laugh, cry and overshare together again.
How's your week been?
Good.
What have you been up to?
Well, I got to Dubai soon, so I'm in full gym, healthy eating.
Just done it.
It's hard though, innit?
I know, but you look banging for it.
Yeah, but you know when you're trying to have a social life,
I know.
it's so difficult.
I think for you as well it's different because you've got a 9 to 5. I was saying this to potential boyfriend yesterday actually, just saying I could not gym if I had a 9 to 5.
I had a massive meltdown the other day because it's so difficult to do a 9 to 5, keep on top of steps, gym, speak to friends and maintain a social life, keep a clean and tidy home and perform well at work.
Literal first world problems,
Yeah.
to be fair, because I think everyone would relate. See, for me it is different because when I'm at work I'm still getting steps in because I don't sit down.
Yeah, whereas when I'm at work, especially if it's busy, I'm just like this. Got the posture of an 85-year-old man.
And the house cleaning for me is not an issue because it's just me. But when I used to live with a man...
To be fair, G's not messy, I am.
Yeah, you cleaned it up after yourself.
Yeah. I do one job and I've made 10 other jobs.
When I get the FaceTime call when you've started once a week to clear out that dressing room. And
It's a mess again.
I don't know why I've started this.
Yeah, it's a mess again. Because I'm trying things on, then I'm throwing them on the floor, and then I come in and I think I want to rue her.
Here's where the crying comes in.
But yeah, so I've actually been living like a very productive adult this week.
I'm glad. Are you excited for Dubai though?
I am, but it's going to be hot.
I know, I did say this to you, didn't I?
It's going to be really hot.
But I think when you're in the shade and you've got a cocktail and you're under an umbrella, it's fine.
Yeah, we'll enjoy it no matter what, so it's fine.
My week's been... Yeah, it's been good. I've been back to the gym after the holiday, smashed the gym this week. I didn't do anything yesterday on that. I went to this dessert place yesterday and got one of them Dubai chocolate cup things. And it was stunning.
Well, actually, I'm saying I've been really good for Dubai. I had a 3-course, in fact a 4-course meal yesterday because I had starter, main, dessert and then I had a coffee. So, I've not been good.
Yeah, but it's one day, it's fine. I do love a Sunday for stuff like that though.
And then I said, oh, I'm so hungry, I couldn't eat another thing. Oh, I'm so full. It got to 8 o'clock that night. I said, would you have a sandwich?
That is so British couples though, because every single Sunday when someone has a Sunday dinner at like between 12 and 3, it gets to 8 o'clock that night, ravenous.
Yeah.
Because your stomach's like, oh, we're eating today.
Yeah.
We're eating, so let's...
So I had tiger bread, me that's on diet, tiger bread, stuffing, chicken, pot of gravy.
That is a sandwich.
It was nice.
Sandwich, thick butter.
No, I didn't. I did put a bit of butter in with stuffing, so I thought I don't want to.
Oh, not overdo it.
Yeah.
4 course and a big sandwich.
Cholesterol city.
Yeah, let's
I
stop.
thought about it. I did think about it, but then I thought, Olivia, no.
It's when you think
That's too much.
It's when you think in your head, do I need it?
Yeah.
Very us, very us.
So how are you and Mystery Man?
Yeah, really good. The sweetest thing happened the other day.
Cool.
So I was meant to see him, got called off standby, shock, and I got home at like 3 a.m. I think, 4 a.m. And he came to mine, I gave him a key, so he was at mine when I got there. Walked in, he knew I'd have to go in the dressing room obviously to like, when I wash my face and stuff. Bottle of perfume, little note.
Cute.
How nice is that?
Really nice.
It is really is, and it could have been anything, little things. He also got me from his holiday, because I'd obviously been on the hot air balloon on my holiday, a little fridge magnet with a hot air balloon on.
Oh, see, I like thoughtful gifts like that.
I feel like I've not been with someone before that's been thoughtful, and I just think, I think it were very, I don't want to say girl mentality, but because that's not the thing, but I'm very like, oh, leave him a present with a note.
Yeah. Or think, oh, they'll really like that.
Yeah, and he left me a little note with a little kiss and then he were in bed waiting for me.
Oh,
So,
that's a green flag.
yeah, so mystery man is... There's nothing bad to report. The snoring's still a thing.
Told you.
But I think I've finally met someone where the only red flag he's got is the fact that he snores. I think we're alright.
And if it's something that he can't help, then...
Yeah. I think we're doing well.
Yeah.
There's no
red flag behaviour.
no red flag behaviour. He's great. Actually, one thing I thought we could discuss, which I've seen all over TikTok and I think very us,
What?
stuff that people would not class as attractive, but we find attractive.
Mm,
Do you know what I mean?
that's a good idea.
I have wrote some down,
Okay.
so I will, let me find it. Some of mine are crazy. Right. First one. When they can haggle.
See, I'm not saying I disagree, but if ever G haggles or complains, I have to go and wait in the car because it makes me cheeks go red.
I think I find it so attractive because I wouldn't
Yeah,
dare.
exactly.
And then I'm like, little very much like that. If I got a meal at a restaurant and it had a herring or a bug or...
I'd eat around it. Or...
Yeah, I'd be like, meal, lovely.
It's good.
Lovely. Compliments to
We were
share.
once at a restaurant and Graham complained because his meal was not nice, and this waitress came over and was like, oh, I'm really sorry, but this just really isn't very good. And she went, oh, and I went, but mine's lovely.
Yeah, me. Not with him.
Yeah.
But I just think it's so manly.
Yeah, I agree. I was just thinking one of mine is, I talk to you about this all the time, when they don't have to put the sat nav on and they just know where they're going.
Oh, it's when you're like, getting like, oh, do you want me to put it? I know my way.
Yeah.
Turn the car around, let's go back home.
Yeah,
Please.
I love that when they know where they're going, especially if it's like, not if they know where they're going and you're going to Tesco, like if you're going somewhere.
One thing that is, I think, very attractive in terms of that is when they know where an airport is. Because everybody puts the airport in a sat nav.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, I think I've got a couple that are like very triggering. Okay. When men do that handshake.
Really?
Yeah, do you know when you hear that, oh, and they're like, oh, when they say like bro and Matt, oh, I love that.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm genuinely salivating. Do you know, I feel like people will relate. Maybe because G probably does
Yeah.
he's not a, yeah bro,
No, he's not.
in later life kind of guy, is he?
No. I like it when they're just nice to old people.
One thing I really want you to talk about, and I was telling my mum about this the other day, I've still got it screenshotted on my phone.
What?
Where you live, there's that group, and that old man had put that in about moving there, and G commented on it.
Oh, he's so kind. The other day we were in Tesco, and this woman, like old woman, she was like in her 90s, was like, she got a trolley full of stuff and she was trying to walk back to her car and she just couldn't do it, so Graham was like, oh, I'm gonna have to help her out. I was like, so that's not, but that is attractive, I suppose. That's like a nice thing.
Yeah, I feel like mine would.
You're a bit.
Another one that's very. There's two here that I'm going to say the last two, and I feel like people are going to be like, you freak. A little bit of body odour.
Yeah.
The musk.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That one, they like pre-gym, post-gym, sorry.
Yeah, a little tinge.
Yeah. Not too much.
No, like just before the shower, but you give them that hug and you're close to
You
the
think,
armpit.
yeah, you need a shower.
And you think,
yeah.
I'm a bit
it's
like...
pheromones, isn't it, though? Like, it's an actual thing.
Yeah, so... And another one is that I love is when they like clear the throat. Not the like no, not that like a that. Oh my god.
You are a bit like that's weird to me.
No, I think people will relate to that because it's that like
I
growl.
Does anybody else find it attractive when the bloke goes? I don't. I think that is just.
Well, we'll see. Maybe we should do a poll.
Do you find it attractive when men clear their throat? Yes or no?
Yeah.
I think you'll be in for a shock that you are the only person.
99%.
Yeah.
Do you have any more?
No, I think that's it.
I think we've learnt a lot. You like someone who's a good driver, who knows his way,
And
is
he's
nice
just
to
kind,
people.
and you like somebody that stinks, has phlegm, and
Can I go at a market?
Yeah.
Love that.
Something that we did want to talk about is like our family. Obviously, we're cousins, and our family members do some quite weird but also quite funny stuff, and I'm sure a lot of people will relate. So, do you want to start?
Yeah. I feel like mine are like gonna paint my parents in a terrible light.
But they're not.
No, Mum, Dad, I love you. If you watch, they better watch. The only two watchers we get are my Mum and Dad. You're gonna cry. Which one should I do first? Alright, okay. So one thing my Mum and Dad used to do when I was younger, if I had any form of ailment, anything, it'd be because I was watching telly, right?
You did hammer Disney Channel.
Yes.
She
used
used to speak in an American accent. You did.
I'm not denying it. I
Until
bet the
she were-
majority of people born in the late 90s, early 2000s didn't
Until
they?
you were about 13.
Older. Sick prom American accent. Horrendous. But I'd always come home, run home from school, Disney Channel on. World did not matter. So Mum would come home from work, I'm sat there watching TV, she comes home and she's like, oh, can you write these cards out for me? Somebody's birthday. And I've got distant family relative that I call Uncle Brian. It was his birthday, right? So I'm writing the card and writing flick ups at telly every time Sweet Life Second Code is on, can't miss a minute.
Drake and Josh.
Relatable. And I accidentally put Uncle Brain. It didn't register anyway because why would it? They're very similar. I've got two letters wrong way around. She walks over, looks over my shoulder, rips the card out my hands to the point where the pen is still on the page. So when she rips it, the line of the pen. So yeah, she boomerangs the card across the room, right? And then goes, I think I remember her stomping her feet. You've never ruined that card. I've now got to go to shop and get it. Like, it's £1.25. I mean, I get it now, but we talk about it all the time at home.
I can just hear it going, you never ruined that card.
Oh, God.
My mum is a psychopath. And once she said to me, you tidy in your bedroom when you get home from school today, or you're out. And I was like, oh yeah, alright, whatever. Because I were a little twat, to be fair.
Yeah, you were.
And I came home from school and she's like, tidy your bedroom, and I'm like, no, I'm going out. So I went out and I came home, and we lived in a bungalow. I came home, she'd opened my bedroom window and just thrown everything out the window. And we're like, yeah, you'll pick it up now. It was just on front drive.
I mean, that is not soft parenting. I mean, fair though.
She'd just thrown it on drive.
What were it, clothes?
Everything, clothes, books, my Nintendo.
She can't have done that.
Nintendogs were starving.
She can't have thrown that out when she must have placed it. Well, to be fair, your mum.
Yeah.
She probably threw it hard as she could.
Smashed it.
Smash it up. My second is...
I love my mum. Just want to stress that.
I think you might have been at mine when this happened. So me and my dad used to butt heads a lot when I lived at home.
Yeah, you did.
And I would do...
Breathe heavy and he'd go get to bed.
Yeah. I'd do basic human stuff and it would be World War Three. So this one particular night, I'd accidentally forgot to put the toothpaste lid back on the toothpaste. And he flung... Weren't you at mine? Flung into my bedroom and was like, "You're so disrespectful."
No, his exact words were, "How disrespectful can you be?"
And I thought, oh my God, what have I done? What have I done? You forgot to put the toothpaste lid back on the toothpaste. It's dried out.
It costs money.
Do you think money grows on trees? Oh.
So this one that I'm going to do is like something about our grandma. And I think we get it from her. Our grandma is known to embellish, exaggerate. Aren't we all?
But we want it to the point where if you were to look up exaggeration in the dictionary,
It'd be a
grandma would be just a picture.
Picture of Lena Adams. And I sometimes have digestive problems, as in I'll not go to the toilet for like 4 or 5 days. And my grandma once went to me, I was saying when I used to have Crohn's disease, as though it's just a disease that you have for a day.
Common cold.
Yeah, well I had Crohn's disease for a bit, as though like it's just like having flu.
Yeah. She's had everything. If you've had it, she's had it 10 times worse.
And don't dare say you've not slept in front of me grandma.
Also, something she does do, don't dare say any place, anywhere, because she's been. And she.
Several times.
When I said about where Mystery Man lives, spent a lot of time there. Didn't she?
Yeah.
You've never been.
I know very well.
And she'll say, Co-op. Well, there's a Co-op in every single place in the country. Used to do my weekly shopping there. Did you?
Yeah.
Who was it for, Grandma? Because you're lying. In fact, you said exaggeration, she lied.
We love her though.
Yeah, oh no, I do.
I wouldn't change her
No,
for
I do
world.
love her, and I think it's comical. We have a laugh about it.
Yeah, wouldn't change her for world.
No.
And my nanan, one thing about my nanan, if you don't look your best, she'll tell you. If she don't like what you've done with your hair, she'll let you know.
One thing I will add is she's never said all like that to me.
To your face.
No, but she does. No, she does say it to your face.
Yeah, she does.
Margaret does not go behind anyone's back.
She'll say it straight to your face with a smile on her face. If you've put weight on, she'll tell you. And we were shopping it the other week actually, and I'm going to a wedding, so I found this really nice dress. And it were a size 8, and I'm not a size 8, but it looked like I could get in it. So I said, I'm going to try this on. She went, "What size is it?" I went, 8. "Oh, you've no chance." I said, "I know, but it were like really discounted. It were like, it should have been like 40 quid and it were like 8 quid. I'm like, "No, but I'm going to try it on." "You can try it on, but I'm telling you now, you've no chance." I tried it on, and anyway, it did fit. And rather than saying like, "Oh, it fits, sorry, I stand corrected," she went, "Be a big fitting, that's why. Be elasticated, that's why." And I just think, oh, shut up.
Oh God, look, honestly, she feel like down the line when we have guests on, she's got to be on. And we should say to her, what bothers you, Margaret? What gets to be in your bonnet? Because I bet there's a list.
This is what my nan's like. She texts me, but she's 82. She texted me the other day, sat behind a woman on the bus, her hair stinks. That's what she just texted me saying.
Chip pan.
Yeah, chip pan.
Right, so I saw this dilemma the other day on Reddit and I thought I'd read it out.
Okay.
I said dilemma, it's more of like a funny dating story, but just tell me, we'll play a bit of devil's advocate and you can play both parts and tell me what you do. Alright, it's a guy that's wrote in. So he says, I met this rather quiet woman at the bookstore and invited her to drinks the following weekend. She accepted and we met at a place a few blocks from where I live. As we're sitting at the bar, I moved this bowl of condoms, which is crazy that they just got out. I moved this bowl of condoms they had sitting out and she makes a comment, do you think you're going to need one tonight? To which I reply, sure, I love a good water balloon fight. Horrendous.
Cringe.
Anyway, the night drags on a bit and it's obvious this woman is getting too dry for me, but I think that maybe she's just getting a low energy vibe from me, so I start thinking of ways to liven things up. We're about to leave and I excuse myself to the restroom, taking a condom with me. While I'm in there, I fill the condom with water all the way up and tie it off. I meet her outside next to my car. Just wait, let me land. I meet her outside next to the car with the water balloon and say, so how about that water balloon fight? And gently toss it in her direction. Not at her, just in her direction. If she had stayed still, nothing would have happened. Instead, she ducks dramatically and the water balloon hits her over the head. She doubles over right in the path of the balloon and it splashes all over her. I stood there mortified for about 5 seconds. She just glared at me in shock. Then I started laughing. I couldn't help myself. She was absolutely soaked. Her night blouse was now sticking to her. She had no bra on underneath. I offered to let her use my washroom to dry off, but she just nodded and grunted and shook her head. So
Never.
No. So I grabbed a towel and a t-shirt I kept in my car. She sniffed the t-shirt, tossed it back, and was like, yeah, I'll walk home.
Fair. Everything's fair on her part.
And he put, do you think I'm the arsehole?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Let's just backtrack to the fact that so it's obviously an American place because nowhere in England is there a bowl of condoms.
No, that's violent.
Unless he's taken us to some sort of sex club.
I've got a really funny first date story that happened to my friend's mum.
Go on then.
She went on a first date and she had a poo in his toilet and it was so big that like it won't flush. So she went in his drawer, got a knife, broke it up.
Whoa. This was in his place?
Yeah. Broke it up, like cut it up, so it would flush because it was just one long one. Cut it up, flushed it, and then washed the knife and put it back. That's a true
Where
story.
was he?
I think you were at work.
I'm going to say because there's no way the person that I'm on a first date with is in the living room and I'm sneaking into kitchen, trousers round ankles.
I've got another. This I just read this online, like it didn't happen to somebody that I know. They had a poo again. And
there's a bit of a correlation.
They had a poo and it won't flush. And they looked and they were a cat litter. So they thought like, and it were a first date, so they thought, oh, like I'll put it in the cat litter. So they put it in the cat litter.
Yeah, because cat shit and human shit look very alike.
You wouldn't think, oh, that's that man who I'm seeing shit, would you? No, that woman who I'm seeing shit, you'd think, oh, you know, I can't believe my cat's passed that. Anyway, so this woman puts the poo in the cat litter and then goes about a day, like really likes this man. He gets home from work that day and texts her saying, can you please tell me why there's a shit in my cat litter tray when my cat's been dead 2 weeks? So we'd just not removed the cat litter tray yet and she put a shit in it.
I'm telling you right now, I would never date again. I would not have a phone anymore, and I would move countries. Because there's no way I'm accidentally bumping into him anywhere.
Imagine getting that text. No.
Imagine me ringing you saying I've had that text. You'd be like, yeah, we're not related anymore. That is categorically the worst thing I've heard in my life.
Categorically.
See what I did there? So, another thing I thought we could do, which I've been seeing all over TikTok,
is the propaganda that I'm not falling for.
Absolutely.
Do you know what's really ironic? You know what the first thing that I've put on my propaganda I'm not falling for?
What?
Cats.
I'm not even gonna...
But I'll gloss over that. Propaganda I'm not falling for, high rocks. What are you doing?
Unless you're an athlete, I don't care.
If you want to do it, completely fair enough. But I just feel like nobody does it quietly.
No.
Everybody's got to be on some kind of high rocks journey. Nobody does it.
And the social media that
Yeah.
comes with it.
If you want to do a high rocks that bad, you can't tell anybody, and nobody would do
Yeah.
one then.
Agreed. One of mine is jelly cats.
Yeah.
I don't understand adults.
Cats. I've got one similar to that.
It's for me. I don't understand adults that have cuddly toys. Like, what do you mean? What are you doing with it?
It's giving furry.
What are you actually doing with them? I don't get it.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It is weird. On the same level, one of mine is Labubu's.
Yeah, they've become a craze at the minute, haven't they?
Yeah, I don't get it.
They're terrifying.
I don't think I even really know.
I saw it one other day, this girl trying to like win one from that arcade machine, spent like 40 quid.
On what, a bit of plastic?
Not a fan. Another one for me is matcha.
I've never had it.
I think that's one thing people are convinced about liking. It's like sparkling water.
I
It tastes like static.
I like sparkling water.
Disgusting. Like matcha, it literally tastes like compost heap.
Tastes like cat mate. Another.
Why don't you do? In fact, one thing I'll say. Watch this. Every time we say cat or cats drink.
Another thing that I think is propaganda that I'm not falling for, and I feel like you're going to hate me for this, putting SPF on every day.
That's not propaganda. That's preventing melanoma.
How many sunbeds do you go in a week?
Fair, but
No,
I
tell us.
I will go on. It depends what I'm working.
She's gonna lie because her mum and dad are watching.
No, 2 to 3 times a week, I reckon.
See, that's melanoma.
But I put
melanoma.
the no I love. I put SPF on my face every day.
I've put SPF on today because it's nice. But if I'm just gonna work,
But it prevents wrinkles as well, and you have got a line.
I know I've got one there. It's because I drive like this. I always think when I'm driving, people will look at me and think she's a miserable bitch.
Do you need glasses though?
Yeah.
Do you wear them?
No.
Very good then.
But yeah, SPF every day, propaganda I'm not falling for. Can't be arsed. And I can't afford it.
It's not expensive.
If you're caking it on every day, it is. And I think it's just another thing. Toning, cleansing, moisturising, SPF.
I've started using a new one actually. I don't know if you've heard of it before. It's a Korean brand. It's that you know that eye cream that I told you to do, that
Yeah.
Beauty of Joseon. Hopefully I'm saying that right. They've brought out an SPF and I've started that and I'm really liking it. It leaves no white cast. Little plug there for them. Guys, we've had to cut because the camera wouldn't stop focusing.
We're very new to this and we've got a camera that I think it's quite good, but we don't know how to use it. So
Yeah,
if it kept blurring and unblurring,
that's why.
and it's episode 2.
Yeah, let us just get a feel for it.
When this is massive, you'll be able to say, oh, I used to watch it from the beginning when they couldn't use a camera.
Yeah, when it would never focus. Right, let me carry on with the propaganda. Yeah, you're not going to like this one, to be fair, because you do it. Yeah, fake tanning.
But I think it's really ironic that you don't like fake tanning and you go on sunbeds.
It's not because I want to look tanned, I get that, but I can't cope with the smell. I hate you stink of it. Actually, I have got a weird smell coming from you today.
What are you being a funny cunt for?
It's a bit like popcorny.
It's my hair.
What do you mean?
It's frazzled. The hair is fucking frazzled.
Let me smell it.
Smell of it.
Yeah, it is.
Butter kiss.
Yeah, it is toppy. To be fair though, her hair does look stunning.
Yeah, I've got...
Dry.
It is dry. But thanks for that. Thanks for flagging that.
Sorry. Do you get any more?
Periods was my last one.
What do you mean?
I don't like that propaganda. I'm not falling for periods. I know we've got to have them, but...
One thing I will say is the whole blaming stuff on the fact you are on your period.
That's me.
But I will give you credit where credit's due. I'm very, very lucky because my periods are... She's 27. Yeah, no, but I mean as in, I've never really suffered from them. I don't get pain.
I don't get pain, but I'm just ravenous. I'm starving.
Agreed, actually. Feeding for 3.
Yeah, literally.
And nothing fills me up.
Do you know what my life is when I'm on my period and when I'm due on? It's a never-ending cycle of wanting something sweet and then something savoury and then something sweet and then something savoury.
My stomach's rumbling
I'm
now.
starving.
Stomach's rumbling.
On that note, shall we sign off and eat?
Yeah. More important things to be doing.
I think this one was a bit of a shit show, but I hope you've enjoyed it, and we will be back next week.
To laugh, cry and overshare
Overshare.
some more. Bye!